Think it's just cardboard? Think again. Everybody knows big surprises often come in small packages. Welcome back to Film Vert, the channel that dives deep into the hidden stories behind your favorite reality TV stars and moments. Today we're exploring the world of Mary Padian, the undisputed sweetheart of Storage Wars. Known for her clever wit, sharp instincts, and deep appreciation for history, Mary's finds have captivated millions. She's not just a reality star, she's a modern-day treasure hunter. What makes her stand out? It's not just about the profit, it's about the passion. Even when she walks away with little cash, she walks away with stories and rarities that most people would overlook. Here are the top 5 times Mary Padian turned dusty storage units into small fortunes, and what they reveal about her unique approach to the treasure hunt. 1. Pokémon cards. The $600 nostalgia jackpot. Mary stumbled upon a storage locker that at first glance didn't seem too promising. Among stacks of random boxes, she unearthed a large collection of Pokémon cards. Now, to the untrained eye, these might have seemed like outdated kids' toys, but Mary saw potential, and curiosity led her to a local pawn shop. Most of the cards were common, sure, but nestled among them were several from the original first edition run, including early holographic prints. The store owner recognized them immediately, and after flipping through a few, offered her $600 on the spot. It was an exciting moment, not just financially, but emotionally. Pokémon had become a cultural phenomenon since the 90s, and these cards were relics of childhood for an entire generation. For Mary, it was a double win. Not only did she make a few $100s, but she learned something new about a world that had brought joy to millions. 2. Rolls-Royce crayons. $1,550 worth of pigments. In another storage unit, Mary found herself wandering through the scattered remains of what looked like an artist's studio. The first item she uncovered was a beautifully crafted wooden easel. It was sturdy and intricately designed, but still nothing out of the ordinary. But buried underneath some tattered carpets, she discovered a well-preserved suitcase filled with pastel crayons. They looked high-end, and Mary's gut told her this wasn't any ordinary art set. So she took them to an art supply historian. To her delight, the expert confirmed these were vintage Rolls-Royce pastels, once prized by elite artists and now incredibly rare. Because of their quality and preservation, the crayons alone were valued at over $1,550. The story behind the pastels added even more weight. These crayons were likely custom-made and had been used by a professional artist. It made Mary wonder about the person who once owned them, the artworks they created, the spaces they decorated, and the legacy they left behind in that old forgotten suitcase. 3. Vintage vanity kit, a $1,000 trip to the past. In a charming twist, Mary discovered a dainty, velvet-lined box that looked like something straight out of a period film. Inside was a full vintage vanity set, complete with ornate hairbrushes, a perfume bottle, and a hand-sewn corset. She brought the set to a vintage fashion expert, who nearly gasped at the sight. The kit was most likely from the Victorian era. The corset alone was worth $400, while the intricately crafted hairbrushes and accessories added another $600 to the tally. Beyond the money, Mary was captivated by the story behind the kit. These items had once belonged to a woman who, over a century ago, took pride in her appearance in an era where grooming rituals were an important daily affair. Holding those artifacts was like holding time itself. She briefly considered keeping the set, but ultimately sold it to a collector specializing in Victorian memorabilia. The satisfaction wasn't just in the dollar amount, it was in knowing the vanity kit would be preserved and appreciated. 4. Snake charming kit, rare but symbolic. Mary has found plenty of weird things, but nothing quite as bizarre or symbolic as this. In one locker, she unearthed a strange-looking flute wrapped in a weathered cloth, accompanied by an old, carved container. Instinctively, she recognized its unique origin. After some consultation, she confirmed it was a snake charming kit, likely from India. It was a cultural relic, used in a practice now largely banned, but steeped in folklore and tradition. Though she only fetched $70 for it, Mary didn't mind. The historical significance and rarity made it one of her most cherished finds. It wasn't about the money, It was about the magic of discovering something unexpected and real. The antique dealer she spoke to explained that these instruments were often handmade and passed down through generations. The kit represented an ancient tradition, one vanishing from modern memory. For Mary, it was another reminder of the importance of preservation. 5. Byzantine grenades and camel saddles, the $6,000 that got away. Then there was the locker that could have been her biggest payday ever. Mary discovered ceramic grenades believed to be from the Byzantine Empire. These relics were designed to explode into unquenchable fire, a weapon of ancient warfare. Beside them, she found custom camel saddles made specifically for Bactrian camels, the two-humped kind common in Central Asia. Experts valued the grenades and saddles at over $6,000 combined. But here's the catch. No one wanted to buy them. Too dangerous, too niche, too impractical. Mary tried auction houses, collectors, and even museums, but nothing stuck. Despite the failed sale, she kept them in her personal collection for a while, hoping someday they'd find a proper home. They were a testament to the unexpected and often unmarketable nature of history. Some treasures just weren't meant to be sold. The treasure in Mary's story. What sets Mary Padian apart from other Storage Wars bidders isn't just her knack for profit, it's her genuine love for the journey. She doesn't chase trends or cash grabs. She chases stories, craft, and meaning. Where others see junk, she sees forgotten value. Where others give up, she asks one more question, takes one more trip to the expert, makes one more phone call. Her hustle is part curiosity, part grit, and it pays off. She's built a reputation not only as a savvy buyer, but as someone with heart. Someone who understands that the value of an object isn't always found in its price tag, but in its provenance, its detail, its context. In a world where fast money and viral fame dominate, Mary Padian reminds us that the best rewards often come from looking a little deeper and caring a little more. Her finds might not always be million-dollar jackpots, but they're priceless in the way they connect us to forgotten history, hidden craftsmanship, and surprising beauty. Her story is a reflection of something larger, how curiosity, resilience, and authenticity can still make a mark in a media landscape obsessed with clicks and cash. Mary didn't follow the script of instant fame. She made her own way, one storage unit at a time. So next time you're tempted to toss aside an old box or ignore the dusty corners of a room, ask yourself, what would Mary Padian do? Stay curious, treasure the past, and always look closer. Thanks for watching Filmbird. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, and drop a like if you love discovering hidden gems just like Mary does. Until next time, keep digging. And if you want more deep dives into your favorite actors and filmmakers, make sure to subscribe to Filmbird.